Hi there, you're an IGCSE Maths tutors, and in today's video we're going to present Functions Part 2. We had already presented a video on functions where we discussed what we mean by the concept of a function, and we also explained how to get the inverse of a function. Furthermore, we have explained how to get the value of two functions. In this video, I'm going to review these concepts very quickly, and then we're going to introduce a new concept that is sometimes present in some exam questions. So, a quick review of what we had done in the last video tackling functions. If we have a function g of x equals x plus 1, and we would like to evaluate this function when x equals 3, in other words, we want to evaluate g of 3, we replace x by 3, and hence g of 3 equals 3 plus 1, which is equal to 4. It's fairly straightforward. There's no confusion here. Now, if f of x equals 2x, this is another function. What is f of g of 3? In order to evaluate these two functions together, first we evaluate the innermost function, which is in this case g of 3. As we have seen here, g of 3 is equal to 4. Then we input the result into the outermost function. Again, as we have seen over here, g of 3 is equal to 4, and therefore we enter 4 as the input for the outermost function, which is in this case f. F of 4 is equal to 2 multiplied by 4, since we replace x by 4 in the function f of x, and therefore f of 4 is equal to 8. Now, if f of x is equal to 2x, therefore, as we have seen, f of 4 is equal to 2 times 4, which is 8. So we input 4 and we get an output of 8. Now, which function would get an input of 8 to return 4 as an output, which is the inverse of what this function has done? Function f of x has given us an output of 8 from an input of 4. Now, which function would give us an output of 4 from an input of 8, which is the reverse of what we have done with f of x? Now, logically, if we would like to get an output of 4 from an input of 8, we divide the input, which is 8, by 2 to get a 4. So f minus 1 of x, which we call the inverse function of f of x, f minus 1 of x would be equal to x over 2. We call this the inverse function. Now, what if we would like to evaluate f minus 1 of f of x? So, for instance, if x is equal to 4, in order to evaluate f minus 1 of f of 4, first we evaluate f of 4, and as we have seen here, f of 4 is equal to 8, and then we input this 8 into the function f minus 1 to get f minus 1 of 8. In this case, f minus 1 of 8 is equal to 8 divided by 2, which renders 4 as an output. So, as you can see, f minus 1 of f of x is actually equal to the original value that we have input into this function. We have input 4 and the result is 4. Therefore, we can conclude that f minus 1 of f of x is equal to x. This is actually quite a useful concept or useful information to know in the context of some exam questions, and I hope that you have really understood why f minus 1 of f of x is equal to x. If you still have questions, please do leave them in the comments section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and as usual, I'll see you again in the next video where we're going to apply this concept to an IGCSE exam question. Goodbye for now.